Hey everybody, this is Drago again. So today we are going to draw from a reference photo. So there are some artists that draw by pencil and pen very well, and they like to get everything translated over to digital. And this is how we're going to do it. So if you watched this video before on how to import a photo, this is the step after. So the difference here, I started just a little while ago. I'm only working on one layer this time. So for simple things like this where there's not a lot going on as far as depth and things in the background, it's hard to trace everything simply on one layer. And I'll show you the difference because I zoom in a lot because I want to be able to knock out a lot of these lines with one stroke. So I know that for me, the motion of going from inward to outward is really smooth. But if I go outward to inward, I'll usually end up messing up somewhere along the way. One thing being that my hand would scrape, or it's just that I wouldn't have as smooth of a line. The brush that I'm using today is called Monoline. I'll share the link if you want it in the description. Just let me know. So I was saying with this design, it's relatively simple. Now this other design I have to work on for my buddy Zero, like this one here. This one I'll have to do in layers, and the way you can tell is because there's a lot of depth and different designs. So when it comes to painting this, I wouldn't want to drop paint in every single one of these strands of hair or bundles of hair. Instead, I could do a layer behind it where this is all traced out. That's just really bad, but I got you. It's only because I'll just showing this. That's on the layer too. My bad. So, goofball. I'll just trace it like this. I'll do an exact one later. Don't judge me. I promise I'm better than this. Then I could always do a layer on top where I go and I trace the design of the strands of hair, and that'll save me the trouble of having to do them individually painted, so the painting will show underneath. So I'll make the next video I'll do this design, as a matter of fact, but I was just showing an example of why I decided to do this all on one layer. Everything you do does not need to be on a whole bunch of layers. Only the more complicated ones. So I'll probably fast forward through this if you guys are cool with that. Guys and gals, pets and pals. Let me know what you all think of the videos in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification link, so when I drop these videos every week you'll be able to get updates. And we'll call this series The Lazy Artist. It's just like, what's the quickest way I can get this done? I got you, homie. Because I'm super lazy. Like, how lazy? Like, train your dog to grab your food out of the refrigerator lazy. So hit duplicate. That way we have a backup. Because I'm all about, you know, backing things up. Change the brightness down. Don't forget, if you didn't know anything about what I just did, just check out the video before this, the part 1. Then we can color it some pretty colors. Little teddy bear. So as you see right here, I didn't close this line off, so the foot ended up getting colored too. So I changed everything to black, I could just close that line off. Then I'll just sample the color, grab it back. You also have your history of colors right here. So you don't necessarily have to be that flavor of lazy, you could be a different flavor of lazy. Same thing with a butterfly. I have this one part here. Now if you're going to do something like send this over to a Cricut or get it printed onto a shirt or send it to someone who's going to print, you're going to have to make sure you export this in a format called PNG. So hit share, PNG, then you send it however you're going to send it. You also want to take the background layer off. That way they're just printing that, because if you send them the background, they're going to have a big old white square around it. And this is a good way to check your design too. So there's a tip for the day. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know if you didn't.